My name is Arvin Vohra. I'm the founder of Vohra Method, the author of The Equation for Excellence, How to Make Your Child Excel at Math, a perfect score on many standardized tests, including the GRE and the GMAT, which are like the SAT, you just take them after college, so they're a lot harder. By the way, I also finished both of those tests over an hour early. And I've helped hundreds of students get perfect and near perfect scores on the SAT. And that obviously includes the reading and verbal sections. And in this video, I'm going to guide you through the process of making a very important choice, which is to decide how you want to do your reading training. Here's what most people do with reading training. They prepare for SAT reading passages by doing a lot of SAT reading practice passages, which makes sense. You know, you've heard practice makes perfect. And so people do that, and they'll do that for a year, hundreds, thousands of passages. They do the passage, they do the multiple choice. Do another passage, do some more multiple choice. Do you know what happens at the end of that year? Nothing. Because they haven't actually developed any new skill. They're not any better than they were before, not any worse either. All that's happened is over a year, they've practiced doing the same stuff. They've just practiced their original bad habits. They might have solidified those bad habits a bit, but they didn't break down those skills, build new skills, and actually strengthen what needed to be strengthened. This, by the way, is what most people do who are trying to be athletes. Most people who are not very good athletes train for a sport by playing that sport. They want to get good at soccer, they just play a lot of soccer. They want to get good at football, they do it by playing a lot of football. They want to get good at tennis, they do it by playing a lot of tennis. And that can get you okay at the sport, but it's not going to get you great. If you don't do drills, if you don't do physical strength conditioning, aerobic conditioning, if you don't do all that, you're never going to be a great athlete. It's impossible. Over here is a world-class legendary athlete, Herschel Walker, professional football player, mixed martial artist. He was even a ballet dancer for a tour with a ballet company. Incredibly versatile, world-class athlete, an Olympian. Now, over here, he's doing push-ups, but he's not a professional push-upper. He recognized that building his strength, the underlying strength skills, is what makes somebody a world-class athlete. Same is true in reading. If you want to get better at reading, it's not going to come from just practicing what you're doing right now a million times. If you do what you're doing right now a million times, you're going to be doing what you're doing right now a million times from now. It comes from actually developing the underlying skills. And at the Vohra Method group classes, that's all we do. We develop the underlying skills. Later on, we do questions from passages. And later on after that, we do full passages. But we don't just do passage. There are plenty of companies that do that. They all have less good results than we do. None of them has anything close to a 1,500 plus guarantee, nor do any of them really get reliably top 1% scores for people who finish those programs. So one option you have is to do your reading training in Vohra Method group class. If that's what you want to do, just go ahead and do it right now. Just let your instructor know that you're ready to go on. That's option one. Now let's say you're like, hey, I get all these things you're saying, but right now I just want to do passage, and I just want some guidance on that. You can do that in tutoring at Vohra Method. Vohra Method tutoring, you have a little bit more flexibility, and if you just want to do practice passages, you can do that. Now, that doesn't come with a 1,500 plus guarantee because, I wouldn't guarantee that because I'm not sure that it really works that well, but it does. You do have the option, and if that's what you want, we can help you do that better than anyone else can. I don't think it's going to be as effective as the Vohra Method group classes, but if that's what you're looking for, you have to make that choice for yourself. Say, this is what I want. It's my training. I can do it how I want. And you're right. You have the right to choose the kind of training that you want to do. Your final option is to say, listen, I just don't want to do any reading at Vohra Method at all. That's totally fine. You can do just math with us. And if that's what you want to do, let your instructor know that you'd like to switch to math. Now, you're not going to be yelled at or judged or anything like that if you decide to do something different. You don't have to do Vohra Method reading training the way we do. I recommend that you do it, and I do know what I'm talking about. I've gotten perfect scores myself and helped a lot of people do it too. So this works. But if that's not what you're looking for, then do something different from that, and you can do something different right now. So let your instructor know right now if you want to do Vohra Method group class reading training. If you want to stop your group class right now and just do tutoring later on, or if you want to do math training right now in your Vohra Method group class.